Men, do you find ladies on the dance floor aren't asking for your hand like they used to? Are the femme fatales of the Dagenham Ritz not cutting in line for your waltz, shimmy or Charleston? Or perhaps the wife's headaches now extend throughout the week, rather than just Saturday night after a pint at the Duck and Prime Minister. Then you need Parfum de Homme, brought to you by Himmler Kremlin Hague, a classic scent. To send pulses roaring, girdles dropping and garters snapping. Just 2 dabs of Parfum de Homme on the neck or wrists will ensure that your fox is ready to trot within seconds of application. The fillies can't get enough of the stuff. Made with all natural products, milked in the virile French Riviera. This stylish import is quite literally the scent of a man. Parfum de Homme, a Himmler Kremlin Hague product. Not suitable for vegetarians, the shell-shocked, or those with mild feminine hysteria. And now, I Hear Voices Theatre Company presents... No, not him! The Kremlin Candidate, from the archives of MI6 and a quarter.
Oh, come now, Bentley. It's just us, in a cupboard, in the dark. A woman in the prime of her life and a man. A full man. A magnificent man. Just give yourself over to your feelings.
I said no, you carnivorous hormonal harridan. I only came in to find a new box of pencils for oddloons.
And so you shall have them. And I have just the right tool to ensure they are sharp and fit for purpose.
Benters, what's taking you so long with those B3s? You know I can't get a grip with those requisition forms with a hard lead.
I can't work with anything but... Oh, Bentley, is your lead too hard? Does it need wearing down for you?
Leyland, help!
Miss Pencil Skirt, I believe I heard Sir Royce needs you, urgently.
Blast! Another time, Bentley. Perhaps if Leyland runs out of lead again, I'll be happy to take your dictation at any time. I'll be at my desk, waiting for you.
Yes, thank you, Miss Pencil Skirt. Thanks, Leyland. If I had a penny for every time that woman harassed me,
You'd be able to pay off your tea kitty debts, probably.
Halfpenny, you fiscal gremlin. Where did you spring from?
I was just in the archives searching for the historical tax write-off to balance against your last idiotic exploits. We're still paying off the 7 and 3 damages from the blasted Christmas tree and vegetable scandal last year.
Well, an agent's got to do what an agent's got to do. Like a lamb staring into the barrel of the farmer's wife's eyes and steeling itself for the grand reckoning to the undiscovered country whose shores shall never see again the fruit of migratory low-skilled workers. There is no price too great. And I think you know what I mean.
Not really, Benters. So, Halfpenny, did you find anything in that box you've just sprung from then?
Oh, no, sadly not. Just a receipt for a tin of hair pomade and an old photo of some pair of agents.
Oh, well, let's have a shifty then. I've never seen these two before in my life. Why, this fellow's almost as old as Sir Royce.
It says January 1924 on the back here. Who's the other fellow? From the size of him, I'd put him as roughly the age and weight of half of Greatermass's second breakfast.
I resent that! I stick to a single second breakfast per day, right between mid-morning stack and 11's. Professor, what are you doing back there?
How big is this cupboard?
I hope that's not an officially sanctioned and requisitioned chicken drumstick in your hand. It's tax deductible from your expenses.
What drumstick? Anyway, what's all this about a photograph? Let's have a peek-see. 1924. Ah, yes. The year I first identified quantum non-Newtonian convection in the consistency of room temperature custard.
But who is in the photograph?
I've no idea. Oh, and I thought we were making some progress.
1924. The year I met that barking loony, Wobbles.
Sir Royce.
Sir Royce, what are you doing here?
Exactly how big is this cupboard?
I've been collecting all boxes of red typewriter ribbon.
Oh, an excellent idea, sir. They cost at least twice that of the black ribbons, a prudent cost-cutting measure.
Bugger that. I don't want any socialistic red leanings in my department's official correspondence.
Do you know who is in the photograph, sir?
Of course. It was old Hillman Cufflink's last case. Took on a young trainee, you know. Bad business. Cufflinks was an amazing agent in his day, a real go-getter. Went to pieces a bit towards the end.
Well, who is it in the photograph then, sir?
Oh, it's Agent Shirts, of course. Lovely chap. Look at his little dimples.
Colonel Shirts?
The thieving, underhanded, backstabbing, mustard-doused and thoroughly reprehensible Horatio, how much can I get for this shirt?
He still owes me for this month's tea kitty.
I think he sold the tea kitty.
Yes. But that's him, all right. Taking on his first day, just as a dreadful case landed on us back in 1924. Far from being a rumple ruffian you know now, young Horatio Shirts was a sharply dressed fellow with army box creases, looking intently at a small scrap of paper outside a pie and mash tea room in the more upmarket area of Vauxhall.
27A West Smallpox Street. Yes, this is it.
I'm sorry, sir. Can I trouble you for just one moment?
I'm dreadfully sorry. I'm just in time for my first day at work. I couldn't possibly stop. But for you, a pleasant representative of the entrepreneurial underclass, I'll make an exception.
Just a second of your time. I'd like to show you a new pomade imported directly from the Baltics. Made with herbs so fresh it'll nourish your hair and set it like a rock within seconds. All the ladies are falling for it. It's new technology. No more of that filthy oil stuff clogging up your pores, leaving stains on your hatband and ruining your collars. This is a modern gentleman's hairstyling grease.
Thank God. None of that nasty French brillantine. My combs are awash with the stuff. How much?
No cheese-eating surrender oil here, sir. It's a steal. I got it at a bargain price. Fell off the back of a lorry. Only a penny for you, sir.
That sounds like stolen goods. Away with you. You're lucky I don't have you arrested. Anti-empire conspiracy, right here and now. Men like you during my service were terribly bad for discipline, exploiting your fellow man. Disgraceful.
All right. Keep your hair on, which is a lovely set you have there, and this here genuine Baltic pomade will do you marvellously. Only tuppence a pot.
Hang on, you said it was a penny.
Inflationary pressures of market forces.
No, thank you. Disgusting. Bottom feeders everywhere. Just not cricket.
Morning, love. What'll you have? Sausage roll and builder's tea or the full English?
Ah, yes. The Greasy Spoon Cafe front. I was warned about this. What was the code?
The egg and chips is lovely this morning. Chef's had the lard delivered specially in from Harrogate.
I'll have the bacon sandwich on Prussian rye. Hold the gherkins.
Are you sure, sir? You're a bit young for that sort of breakfast.
Damnation. That's not on the note.
No, love. I meant you look a bit young for a secret agent.
Blast! I'm rumbled on my first day.
It's the note, love. Gives it away. I'm sure you were supposed to memorise it. My name's Tilly. I'm on the exchange programme from military intelligence. Both kind of new to the place. I wouldn't worry. If you'll come this way, I think you're expected. Follow me. Behind the counter. through the beaded curtain. Behind the stuffed pygmy, just move those hellbeds to the side. Sorry about those. Chef's got a little bit excited lately with the new budget. Mind the tiger skin throws, they're a bit fresh. There you are. Just go through there. Good luck, love.
Meanwhile, at the end of the district line, in a normal, respectable suburban neighbourhood, something terrible was about to happen to a normal, respectable suburban man, which would have fatal repercussions for all of us.
Come on, Norman. Let's go through this one more time. Edith Piaf, mood music, check. Candles, check. Manly post-conscription white pea flannel undies, check. You're set, Norman. Mrs. Normal's not going to know where to look first. You're a man on fire. Last tweaks. Himmler Crippen Haig's manly scent. Applied. Wow, that stings. And now, let's tame that hair with a little pomade.
Norman? Darling?
She's coming. And now to lay in a seductive position. Legs out. Back arched. Arm crooked upon pillow. And...
Oh, my Norman. It's so early. You look so good. I'm all overcome. Your legs look so taut, your arms so strong, and your hair like you were 20 years younger. My ovaries beat hysterically for you. Come to me, my fine husband. Kiss me.
Help! I can't move.
Norman? Norman?
Lips. I
Why don't you move?
can't move my lips.
Norman! Norman, what's wrong? Norman!
Shortly afterwards, and exactly 6 5/12 God-fearing English miles from the rapidly stiffening horror, young Horatio found himself confronted by an elderly gentleman, resplendent in a trim hardboard suit with aluminium elbow patches. He was consulting an immaculately tailored 3-piece tweed clipboard and holding a large photographic device under a perfectly manicured leg.
Who's that?
Captain Sherry, reporting for duty, sir.
Ah, my latest trainee. You're 17 seconds late, my lad.
Dreadfully sorry, sir. You must be Mr. Cufflinks.
Call me Hillman. Stand next to me. A little closer. Not that close. Right. Now we say cheese.
What? Oh, what was that?
It's a new procedure we're trialling. Dame Parabola in the lab seems to think it'd be good security protocol if we have photographic records of all agents. We're having trouble finding clips big enough to keep the silver plates on our lapels, though. By the way,
Oh, my tooth!
I'll just insert your standard issue secret agent false tooth compartment. Who knows when it may come in use later. Act 2, for example. Anyway, come this way. I'll show you around, Shirts. So, Mr. Shirts, isn't it?
Sherry, sir.
Sorry, I have Shirts on the chitty here.
Isn't that a dry cleaning bill, sir?
British intelligence is never wrong.
But my name is Sherry, sir. Horatio Sherry.
Are you questioning the diamond information that the imperial boots of this great empire marches upon?
No, sir.
Then what's your name?
Well, Shirts, sir.
Quite right. Good lad. As you'll know from your recruitment officer, we've had some cutbacks after old Mansfield Cummings passed, hence the greasy spoon front. MI 14 and 9/10 started sometime after the Great War as a key player in the information war against our empire's enemies. The defeated Huns still have a gripe or two, the Chinese, and not to mention the damn Boers causing trouble in gold country.
It's awful business, sir. I faced them during my time in Africa. Awful chaps. Money-grabbing and soulless. It must be terrible to have one's mind filled with the thought of coin and not the best interests of one's fellow man.
Quite most disagreeable. On the left here is communications.
But, sir, they're all...
Women? Heavens, yes, just. Don't gawp like that. It'll twist their feminine sensibilities. We've found that they're practically born experts, though. What better person to facilitate talking every day? Women! Perfect for the job. And not bad for a cup of tea and a biscuit at lunchtime, either.
Bloody cheek!
On the right, canteen, a stock cupboard, entrance to the weapons requisition, the archives are in the lower basement. Of course, we've had an elevator installed.
Don't we call them lifts?
Oh, no, this one's American. We seem to owe the Yanks everything. Mark my words, Shirts. They'll be over here taking our black pudding, drinking our warm bitter, and imposing massive tax.
Only if we left Europe.
Really? Now, downstairs goes to the lab. We're not to go down there in the morning. Dame Parabola is not a morning person. I used to leave her to my partner when I was on active operations, much better with the fairer sex he was. Well, is really. I'm sure you see him around soon. Anyway, upstairs we have the senior agent's offices. Come along, I'll get you acquainted with your first assignment.
I've been looking forward to this for months, sir. The thrill of the chase, the ducking down the alleyways, the smell of gunpowder as we revenge a fallen comrade.
What? Heavens no, my boy. You'll be double-checking the tax returns.
What? No chases, sir?
No, not unless you count the threat of discovering French ex-military liquid funds being filtered through the Bank of England.
What-o? Talking! When there's king work to be done, what damp pansy flaps their gums when there's action to be had? My, if it isn't me old colleague Cuffers, not grilling the poor lad about bloody paperwork, you damn near twisted the last lad.
Arthur Ha'penny was a very good agent, Royce, as you very well know. He's off on leave with his wife and new baby boy currently, so the paperwork is behind. Shirts, meet my ex-partner, Royce Weird Longjohns.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
More fresh meat for the grinder, eh? Don't let old Cuffers here fool you. Back in the day, he'd take a trader at 50 paces and the blighter would never see him coming. Best agent, apart from myself, of course, we ever had.
And now I'm ensuring the service has excellent records to back up our sterling work for king and country, Royce.
Bugger paperwork. I've got an assignment for you.
A field assignment, sir.
Damn right, me young buck. I'd take it myself, but I have an appointment with the new MP from Barnet. Wobbles Bulldog.
But Royce, there's so much here to get through.
If working with you ever taught me anything, Cuffers, it's that you were thorough and exceptionally good at your job.
Thank you, Royce. That means a lot.
But it also meant I got all the skirt. What? Hey, young fella, fancy a bite at the hot end of the pie? Eager for the smell of subterfuge in your nostrils? I can see the shrewd glint of deceit in your eyes. I know a field agent that's ready when I see one.
Me, sir? Deceit, sir? No, not I.
I'll give you a bit of advice from an old hand here, my lad. Grasp adventure by the wrist. Wrap your fingers in the waistband of excitement and thrap the undercarriage of heroism. Let nothing hold you back, and you'll live an exciting life.
Really, sir?
Of course, but stay away from me office. Miss Garterstrap's a fine secretary, but too much for the likes of you. Gertie's a fine woman, but I fear you've never felt the smack of good leather against your peachy skin and lived to tell the tale.
What's the job, Royce?
Worried, Hillman? Thinking you'll lose him like the others?
Others, sir?
Royce?
The boy should know. It's a dark, shadowy world, my lad, full of Machiavellian schemes to plunder, a tapestry of lies and counter-lies woven, and often a Yorkshire mine full of lead to be avoided.
I'm sure young Shirts is up to the task, Royce. What's the job?
An interesting one coming up at the very moment. We've just had a woman complaining her husband's gone all hard. Didn't think it was much of an issue, really, until we realised she meant from head to toe. Poor bugger's been taken over to St John Thomas.
All right, Royce, leave it with us. Come on, Shirts, let's get going. We shall start our investigation at the most important site known to an agent. Come on, there isn't a moment to lose.
This seems to be the Greasy Spoon Canteen, sir.
Indeed, boy. Did you think we were going straight out into the field? Without a brew? Only idiots and dead men get to work without a stiff cup of Darjeeling.
Seems you're one waiting for the other.
What was that?
I'll get the tea, sir.
Hello.
Oh, hello again. Tilly, can I get 2 teas, please?
Just brewing a fresh pot right now, my dear. My, you've got the look of a troubled soul about you. Care to share your woes?
I can't really.
Is the new job getting on top of you already? It's okay, love. You'll get used to it soon enough. Just don't go into Sir Royce's office when the tie's on the handle.
No, I don't mean that. It's just you don't have the right credentials for top secret information.
What about these?
My, they're rather large.
The camera angles are quite flattering, I think. But as you can see, I have the required photo identification.
Splendid, splendid. I'm assigned a case with my mentor.
Hillman cufflinks?
Yes.
Let me guess. Exciting, possibly dangerous, with a hint of mystery, but instead he's got you bringing him tea before the tax returns. And you're moping about because it's your first day on the job and you want some action.
Yes.
Listen, haven't you thought of using his danger dodging against him? Just tell Hillman that the patient hadn't filled his accounts. That'll rile him up. I heard he commandeered a horse once after his last student failed to declare a parking ticket.
That's a brilliant idea. Isn't that a bit dishonest?
It's not dishonest if you get the job done.
I suppose that's true. Hang on, I didn't mention a patient. You're very well informed.
Oh, you know, womanly banter by the tea urn and stuff.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Crack on with that case, Agent Shirts.
Who? Oh, me, yes.
You go get 'em, Tiger.
I will. I bally well go and tell Cufflinks that we... Hang on, I didn't tell her my name. Where on earth did she go?
Where's the T-shirts?
Being worn by American sailors, sir. But more importantly, I've just discovered that the patient has accounts unfiled for the last 2 years.
What? The devil! Let's get to that hospital and question the blighter. Follow me!
Of course. What we didn't realise was that the damn Ruskies had a secret hideout, and their plans were just reaching fruition.
The formula works, Tovarish. Intelligence shows it is stable and ready.
Excellent, Comrade Maximilian. Our plan continues well.
The capitalist dogs will soon perish, leaving the Red Army to liberate the oppressed and return them from the yoke of the enslaving pigs.
Yes, Comrade Volkov. Exactly our plan. Ah, Juliana Voronin is here.
To Varnish, I bring news from the hospital for Comb Raider Maximilian.
Thank you, comrade, Voronin, what is the prognosis for the subjects?
The formula is clearly too strong. The subjects soon seize up nice and proper and die soon after.
Tovarish, this is bad news. How can we liberate the proletariat if we eliminate all skilled labor like this?
This is only a minor setback, comrades. All is well. Secure the samples from the hospital, but do not worry. All is running to plan.
Comrade Voronin and I shall go to the hospital now. Das Vidanya.
Das Vidanya, my unwitting colleagues. All is now running exactly according to my plan. And now, back to work.
After jolly good riling up, Hillman and Shirts took the number 14 bus over to St. John Thomas of the Immaculate Tumescence Hospital at the office of Dr. Marlborough Spleen, pausing only to garner a receipt for mileage from the driver.
Ah, Dr. Spleen, thank you so much for seeing us at short notice.
No problem, gentlemen. I'm just prepping for surgery.
Isn't that a little unhygienic, smoking in a hospital?
Whatever are you talking about? The Lancet indicates that tobacco strengthens resolve and the Constitution. Why, look here. This article by Woodbines states that lung capacity grows exponentially after 10 a day, whilst Rothman's work has discovered tumors, cancers, and all bad, nasty things shrink with each cigarillo. Are you sure you're medical men?
Well, next best thing, we're itinerant undertakers of no fixed mortuary. Shirts, you really need to forget your instincts and read the paperwork. I'm telling you, the paperwork tells the truth.
I'm so sorry. I'll try to remember that. Do go on. Oh, it's my first official lie. Ever so exciting.
Good chap. So, Mr. Normal, yes, strange case. The autopsy found...
But, one moment. He's dead?
What, Rothman? Heavens no, I was playing golf with him just the other day.
I think Agent Undertaker Hillman means the patient, Dr. Spleen.
Of course he's dead. I wouldn't be cutting open a live patient now. What do you take me for, a barbarian? Now, where was I? Ah, yes. No clue as to the cause of death, but I can point to several contributing factors.
Go on.
The patient was initially comatose, despite a liberal application of old shag poultice. However, his lungs soon ceased to function, and all internal organs matched that of the extremities.
Which were?
Petrified. All tissue had become glassy, waxen, and stiff as a board. Almost instant and permanent rigor mortis. Poor fellow had been lounging in some alluring position for his wife to enter their boudoir. From the tight white undies to the exquisite hair. It'll play hell with the Gravediggers Association. I hear one of the other cases is having a Y-shaped coffin made. It's a bad business.
Other cases? We weren't aware of any others.
That surprises me. The other undertakers had already taken these samples away for the laboratory.
Other agents? Undertakers? When did they visit?
What, just a minute ago. I assumed they were with you. I'd prescribe a cigarette for that cough, young man.
Come on, sir. If we run, we can catch them.
Just now. Wait a minute, damned youth. Thank you for your time, Dr. Spleen.
With my trusty agents on their socialist heels, the counterfeit Bolshevik undertakers soon noticed they were not alone.
Comrade Maximilian, perhaps we should split up and meet at the hideout.
Nonsense, Comrade Voronin. These secret police are no match for our glorious Cheka. These capitalists can be easily outwitted. It is a good thing that we do not face the great Royce Wirt Long Johns. That would be a travesty.
Oh, yes, I have heard of the weird Long Johns and his partner from back in a day. But I heard they was on office duties now.
There they are. Bloody hell. It's Julie the Crow from the Borough Street Gang. Hey, Julie, what are you doing down here?
Maximilian, it is Hillman Cufflings of MI4 and 9/10. Perhaps the Great Voice is with them. cover me. I am Comrade Yuliana Woronin of the glorious Soviet Social Coffee Republic.
Socialist Republic.
What he said. Death to the capitalist pigs.
No, you're not. I saw your old man yesterday outside the Dog and Pheasant. Take cover, Shirts.
Do you have a weapon, sir?
Sorry, my boy, I've only my trusty clipboard and my service revolver.
Any ammunition, sir?
None but a spare pencil. B3, you know. I can't stand hard lead.
Without a weapon, sir, we'll be filled with it.
Get behind my clipboard, boy.
Run, capitalist dogs!
Death to the Kulak oppressors.
Another shot like that and the paperwork will be ruined.
Is there anything we can do, sir?
Oh, perhaps tape and some good stapling will fix it.
No, sir, the enemy.
Ah, yes. Now listen, Julie. See some sense. Hearken to your English breeding. Your dad owns the fish stall on the corner at Smithfield's. You sold my wife and I a halibut last month.
You are from Kulak stock. Had I known, you would have been strung up by your own armpit hairs and sent to the Gulag as a counter-revolutionary aggressor.
Oh, and the council took away his licence because of an overripe sardine. Something about health and safety. Damn the capitalist Bauer Giozi! I am dedicated to the revolution!
No, my leg!
No man shall overthrow the iron spirit of the motherland. I have you in my sights, Mr. Secret Policeman. I see you are too old to be any concern to me. Lay still, little lion, for the bear shall have its prey. No man can save you now. Shot! Right in the Kievs!
No man, maybe, but maybe a little hard lead and a smell of something fishy makes a recipe for good target practice. And I think you know what I mean.
Tilly?
Give up, comrades, and I'll let you come peacefully.
Comrade Maximilian!
You got it right, Tovarish Voronin. Take the new formula samples to our illustrious leader. Run, save yourself. Long live the socialist.
Make no mistake, you lot. I'll return. You'll pay. I shall get my revenge.
Are you all okay? I'm sorry I was so late.
Hang on, you're the canteen girl, aren't you? What do you mean, late?
And how did you know we were here?
Agent Cufflinks, I've not been honest. I'm with military intelligence. I'm on specialist assignment to uncover a plot from Moscow that may involve the ambassador.
Moscow? Is the ambassador in danger?
We don't know, just that it's something to do with these petrifications.
Why didn't you tell me?
Sometimes, Horatio, you've got to let a little lie out to coax the truth from a difficult situation. You were onto a good lead, and I couldn't let it go cold.
But we weren't armed. You used us as bait.
I was never far away.
So lying about yourself is perfectly acceptable, is it?
Well, we are spies.
Who is this chap, then?
Maximilian Volkov, known on the docks as Max the Wolf. He's a sailor working the post-war trade routes into the Baltics. But we at military intelligence know him as Major Volkov, Order of Lenin, first class.
First class, are you sure?
Positive. He arrived overnight.
What's this tin in his hands? It smells dreadful.
It says Plastikov's patent perma-pomade. Who's Plastikov?
Thank heavens, that last shot made a total mess of my hair. Let's try this little beauty out, shall we? Oh, that's better. I can feel my follicles standing to attention.
That's all very well, sir, but who's Plastikov?
Plastikov? Ripita Plastikov is a Russian ambassador in exile. He was part of the Tsarist government holding a high position in petrochemical industries. His credentials are
What was that, Hillman?
His credentials...
Sir, what's wrong?
Oh, God! He says it's the pomade. It's the weapon. Quick, we need to get him to the lab before he's totally petrified. I'll lift him. You take my keys. We'll make better time that way.
Gosh, you're strong.
There's a lot you don't know about me.
Come on, Agent Shirts. Move your cute behind. It's been field promoted.
Hillman cufflinks, stiffening every minute, was rushed back to HQ for treatment, leaving Horatio Shirts to pace fretfully among the alembics, Bunsons, and old grouse bottles of the top secret laboratory.
Trainee Agent Shirts?
Who? Oh, yes, me. Yes.
Welcome to Research and Development. I'm Professor Kleindarman. I'm here from Berlin on the scientific exchange program. I'm sorry we've kept you waiting, but Dame Parabla and Professor Lassimas have been working on an antidote.
Why the sigh? What's wrong?
The cause of the recovery is of some debate.
Honestly, then, Parabla, if you'll just listen to me, I will explain it.
Oh, nine.
Honestly, with the greatest of respect, Dame Parabla, the application of fermented cereals held within a suspension of triple distilled spirits had nothing to do with the reversal of the plastification process.
And your evidence for this, young man? Don't forget yourself. As my new laboratory assistant, you are beholden to my methods. The novelty of your position is no excuse for such a lapse in protocol.
Dame Parabla, please. It was clear that a topical ointment of a solvent derived from the petrochemicals within Bakelite began the process. If I could just have a little time with Professor Kleindarman to explore the triglyceride option.
And petrochemicals can be broken down in a number of ways. I've merely chosen the most cost-efficient. It's not like we're in Cambridge, Master Peter.
But you're using triple distilled whiskey. It's not ethical.
No, but it is ethanol, and that never does me any harm.
Excuse me, professors.
Who is this?
Greetings, Dame Parabla. My name is Captain Shirts. I was working with Agent Cufflinks before the accident.
Who?
The patient.
Oh, the stiff chap. No, he's fine. Nothing to it. A liberal application of old knock-em-down 18-year-old Scotch will do him wonders.
It's certainly done her wonders. However, I feel it is necessary to make clear at this point that due to the seriousness of the matter, when Agent Cufflinks was brought in, we applied several formulae at once. The efficaciousness of each is the matter of our debate.
So if I'm right in understanding, you've poured whiskey into him and rubbed him in butter.
Oh, a learned man, are you?
Triglycerides are found in most butters. I attended a first-class finishing school, Dame Parabla.
Please, call me Uranus.
I'd rather not.
Dame Parabla and Professor Lassimas have produced a distilled and 10 times stronger application of each. We're thinking that together it will work as an antidote until we work out which is the most effective. Here! I'll go and check on the patient.
Well, we're all very busy down here, so unless there's anything else...
Look, do any of you have a lead for me? Perhaps a clue? A chemical origin, or maybe a trace of where this was made?
No, good Lord, that would be really useful, wouldn't it?
You've thought about it, then?
Not at all. It's nearly lunchtime, you know, and there are greater things to consider. Now, off with you. Goodbye.
I'll be upstairs. Filing if you need me.
A nice chap, that. I hope he sticks at it.
Nice won't cut it around here for long.
As I'm beginning to understand.
I'm going to have lunch now.
Dame Parabla, Professor Lassimas, Agent Cufflinks is dead!
Then neither of the antidotes worked.
It would seem not.
Should we not warn that young agent?
Good heavens, why? We can't come to conclusions immediately without a long scientific study. We shall put our total effort into the matter.
Excellent.
After lunch. Now, be a dear, get me some ice.
How did it get to this? Yesterday, I was a captain in His Majesty's Army, my own office, twice decorated in Africa and tipped for the Brigadier's Batman. Today, I'm in a cupboard, down a partner, minus a lot of clues, and all I have to show for it is a pat of butter and some whiskey. Why do I do this to myself?
Well, for a start, you wouldn't have met me, would you?
Tilly, where have you been?
reporting to my superiors. I've been assigned to help you. Our two agencies can work together a little more closely. That's a nice photograph.
It's the silver plate of Hillman and I we took this morning. I'm just putting it in this case storage box with Mr. Normal's receipt for hair pomade. I have to say it's the only clue I have.
Well, that's not strictly true, is it?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, didn't Cufflinks say that the Russian woman was in fact Julie the Crow from Borough Market, and Max Volkov works down the docks? If we start at the market and work our way to the docks, we're bound to get some information.
Ah, Tilly, that's fantastic thinking. You're amazing.
Hey, I aim to please.
Look, I don't usually ask this, but...
I know what you're going to ask.
How?
Womanly intuition. You're cute, but I'm older than you, and I don't think you could take the heat. Like a tank's exhaust over a vixen hole, you'll bolt quicker than I could say, Captain Libido.
And I think I know what you mean.
We'll talk about it after the case?
Okay.
You're a good man.
And you're a fine woman.
Let's go find ourselves a spy.
The London Docks, famous for its sights, its sounds, and the gay abandon of its murders. But enough of such simple fun. More recently, this particular dock speciality was anything you could buy that's just washed up from a decade-old shipwreck. My intrepid agents soon picked up on the pungent scent.
No, love. I ain't seen Max for a while, but yeah, I know Julie. Got herself some fancy grey clothes, a furry black hat, and some bleeding great grey coat. She's been taking to calling herself Comb Raider. I imagine she's into beauty treatments or something.
Classic Bolshevik indoctrination. Tell me, amazingly fortuitous place information vendor. We've checked the local fish markets, but can't find where she may be.
What's it worth?
Listen, my good fellow, this is a matter of national security. We are above bribery and corruption.
Oh, it's suddenly got very dry out here. I can feel my throat closing up. Ooh, all of a sudden.
Give him something.
For heaven's sake, must I be as bent as everyone else?
Bent? Wrong dock for that sort of thing, mate. You need to go 2 pontoons down, hang a left and look under Blackfriars. That's where that lot hang out.
Indeed. I tell you what, if you can let me know where Julie the Crow has been hiding out, you can have everything I'm holding.
Oh, that is a very pretty penny indeed. Well, me throat's open like a dose of fisherman's friends it has. You need that iron door over there, the one with the funny brass sickle and hammer on it.
Ah, yes! Yes, the one with the warning signs in Cyrillic saying, beware of the bear.
Yeah, that's the fella.
Thank you. And now something for your trouble.
Oh my, you've flattened him.
And if there's one thing I can't abide above corruption, it's an insinuation I don't care for. And I did make him a very clear offer.
I never knew you had it in you. It's ever so manly.
Oh, is it? Well, I do my best. The Blighter had it coming anyway. Trying to withhold information from His Majesty's Secret Service.
Come on, we've got a crow to catch.
Our newly minted commie hunters stole into the secret hideout with nothing but a whisper of shoe leather and a waft of dock air behind them.
Comrade! Did I get it right?
Nearly, Comrade Voronin.
I long to master the dialect of the motherland.
Soon, Tovarish, we will begin our lives anew, basking in the glow of the Politburo and our glorious revolutionary leader. The sun rises further in the Soviet Bear's fair future. The winds of change will echo in Gorky Park, and the sickle and hammer shall glisten in the sky like a diamond.
Bloody hell, that was like poetry. You are truly gifted with the revolution in your blood, Tonar-ish.
It is pronounced Tovarish, Juliana. I am but a cog in the machine, part of a greater plan, but I thank you for your kind words. How go the experiments?
The final formula has been perfected and the test subjects have been retrieved. They await your command.
Excellent. Very soon the ship will be... Wait. What is that you smell, comrade?
Sewage. Horse manure. Petroleum and halibut. The door has been opened.
Secure the cargo and release the test subjects. I must make ready my escape. I cannot be found out until my plan is fully ready to enact.
Run, comrade! Take the formula! I will remove the evidence and the intruders!
It's dark in here. All these boxes and crates and tubes. What's it for? And what's that sound?
It must be a mixing device. The pomade is surely made here. I can smell herbs and petrochemicals. I assume it's a laboratory secret hideout.
Quick, Tilly. I think we should smear this butter on ourselves.
What? Is this really the time?
It might help us. It might help us if there's some of that pomade about.
I think we should carry on moving.
Hey, Tilly, is this what I think it is?
St. John Thomas Mortuary. Keep chilled. It's a coffin. And look, there are some others over here.
What would someone want with a coffin in an industrial pomade factory?
It is not what we use the coffins for, but what was in them! Ha ha! Welcome to our glorious facility, Secret Service interlopers. You will find we are quite ready for you.
Damn, we've been rumbled.
Horatio!
What is it, Tilly?
There, by the mixing vat, the bodies.
Oh, my God. The plasticized remains of the victims. She's been collecting them.
Collecting? No. You have only the tiniest inkling of what plan we have in store for the decadent West. A plan you are about to discover far too late. Seize them!
Horatio, take this gun.
Why?
It'll go with your shoes. Besides which, look at the bodies. They're moving, see?
Yes. Look at them, Agent Horatio. See what your woman sees. Each body perfect in plastic, moving by my every command. A host of unliving flesh. There are plenty of Kulak bodies back in the motherland to use, and there will be plenty of you posh knobs around to turn into living dolls too. Get 'em!
What necromancy is this?
Not necromancy, Agent Shirts. Plastomancy! Prepare to be plasticized!
Fire, Shirts! Take out the legs!
My God, Tilly, there's too many of them. Imagine a home full of plastic pieces getting underfoot.
Littering everywhere! The cost! The horror!
Oh, God, it'd be a tremendous bestseller at Christmas for the kids.
Horatio, that's a horrible thought. Where did that come from?
I've no idea. It must be all the bribery, corruption and lies I've dealt with today. Tilly, I'm running out of ammunition.
Don't let them touch you, Horatio. You'll be plasticized.
No matter, I have this antidote from the lab. It's real whiskey.
Horatio, are you all right?
Yep, Psycho. I've just got to keep my focus. Right, blow the bloody blighter's heads off. Sway.
I'm out! What will we do? There's too many of them!
Damn, me too.
Give in, secret police peoples! Give in to the plastic tide of the Kremlin! What? What's this?
Time for your belly aching to stop, you belligerent Bolshevik booby!
Royce, weird Long Johns.
Here to save the day and wipe the red menace from London's underbelly for good. Damn Reds get everywhere.
Foiled again! I must run and warn my mysteriously unnamed and cultured Russian overlord of this new development. And also to make sure I have lines in Act 2.
Yes, run, you dirty commie! Go back to Lenin and tell him Royce Weird Long John sends his regards.
Damn you!
Been drinking on the job, young man?
I think so, but I didn't mean to.
Good man. Keep your constitution up for the next fight.
It was something the lab gave me. Thank God you were here. To save us, we'd have been killed.
Oh, well, to tell you the truth, I just saw that blasted Bolshevik symbol on the door, and I thought I'd engage in a bit of Bolshie hunting. But glad I could help.
Oh no! Horatio, don't look!
My God, what is that?
Is that the plasticized torso of my old partner and friend Hillman Cufflinks crawling towards us?
Yes, sir. I believe it is.
Not anymore! Ha ha!
Hillman. I only knew him a day, but he was a good man, a fine man, a man above all others. He was my mentor and my only friend I had at MI4 and 9/10ths.
What about me?
Shh, I'm eulogising here, and you're more of a girlfriend anyway.
About that?
My mentor, my partner, my friend. If I find whoever was responsible by all that I hold dear, I'll...
Arrest him and ensure a fair and honest trial by a jury of his peers?
Of course. Whatever else would I do?
Shall we take my Bentley back to HQ?
Your what?
My car, my dear. It's massive. Amazing girth, too.
Oh, right. Coming, Horatio?
Yes. Yes, of course.
So, if I get this right, Sir Royce was a commie hunting hero, Shirts' mentor got plasticized, and some dolly bird from military intelligence had the hots for the old curmudgeon.
But what about the plot?
Well, for the sorry end of that story, I'll need a quick sip of me hip flask.
Oh, lovely. An intermission. I'll just be a few moments, and then I'll pop back for Act 2.
Ladies, gentlemen, hirsute humans of any denomination, do you have trouble taming your curling locks? Does your rug look like a restless chest had a fight with a Mounties moustache? Does your barnet fair look more syrup and fig? Then you need Plastikoff's patent hair pomade. Yes, Plastikoff's is the only solution to tame that ragged jungle on your bonds. Just one small scoop applied twice daily will have your hair so set it'll last a decade. Out with all that greasy oil sloshing over your collars and cuffs. It's time for new technology. Grease. Debut your modern slick style at the local palais, dance hall or sordid social club of your choice. Glisten your way onto any street corner or workplace and get set in the newest trend. Plastikoff's patent hair pomade. A Baltic import from Himmler, Copenhagen. Guaranteed to set for 10 hours or one lifetime, whichever is shortest, sold in a dark back alley near you now. And now, Act 2 of the Kremlin Candidate.
So, where was I?
Somewhere in the depths of a stationery cupboard, crammed to the gills with the best oxymorons British intelligence can supply.
I resent that.
Can you even spell resent, Strangetrousers?
Fiscally avoidant scoundrel, what are you doing back there?
How long have you been there?
Look, can someone tell me how big this damned cupboard is?
Well, I'd popped in to refresh my loot. Stores of perishable stationery goods, so I could flog them, complete my paperwork on time. As for how long enough to enjoy the story so far.
Enjoy it, eh, you morally indignant rogue? Who was the floozy, then?
Floozy? I suggest Colonel Shirts continues with his story, while I survey my eyelids. Where's me laudanum?
I've just finished mixing up a fresh batch, Sir Royce.
Lessimas? Where did... Oh, never mind.
Yes, well, if you've quite bloody finished Strangetrousers, I'll carry on, shall I? So, once we'd gotten back from that dirty commie hideout, Sir Royce called Tilly and I into a meeting with Wobbles Bulldog, fresh from his election at Barnet, and his old pal, Ripper Plastikoff. The ambassador was a short man, wearing a cellophane three-piece, accented with vinyl cufflinks and matching Bakelite spats. His hair was Vaseline back, slicker than a greyhound's gait. Looking at each other, Tilly and I had a strange feeling about him.
As you can see, Minister, I've brought in young Horatio and Triumph for debriefing, as your telegram asked.
Sir, for king and country, sir.
Yes, settle down, Shirts. I must also note, Mr. Bulldog, for allowing Ambassador Plastikov to attend a security briefing is highly unusual.
You must be so proud, Sir Royce Weirdlongjohns, having such a talented man at your disposal, and a pleasure to meet you both.
Anyway, Wobbles, what exactly is all this about, then?
As the newly appointed MP for Barnet, the Honourable Wobbles Bulldog states quite clearly, the great British government is benefiting from new Russian technologies to further our great Western partners. Radium water, leaded petroleum, and CFC refrigerators. Your agents have jeopardized our business arrangements. Indeed, he believes your department's focus should be on the Weimar Republic. This Bolshevik nonsense is causing concern. We have only just broken the perfumery market, Sir Royce. Do you really want the French dictating your British scents?
Good God, no. We'd be shoulder deep in Parfum Dom and Calais Chanel before we could say Louis d'Amour. So you've cornered the market on hair products then, Plastikov?
I could procure you some free samples if you'd like, Mr. Royce.
That's Agent Royce to you. If I had my way, I'd sniff out every red sympathiser and have the blighters all shot.
My colleague asks what your problem is. I am not a Bolshevik. I am an exiled White Russian.
A White Russian? Oh, ice with mine, please.
Someone get that woman out of here.
Oh, I say.
Now listen here, Wobbles. How do you know your Russian friend here isn't up to his kolkots in skullduggery? I've not met a red yet that could hide his colours, no matter how much vodka, barley and caviar he smeared on himself. You expect me to believe everything he says and call off my agents on this?
Yes.
Do you understand a word that Wobbles Bulldog says?
Nothing. It must be those chins.
The eyebrows must get in the way too.
Their eyebrows? I thought they were sideburns.
It's good to be working with you, Tilly. I don't think I've said that yet. Perhaps when all this is over, we can, take a meal out together or something.
Working with you has been fun. But look, it's a little more complicated.
Right, that's understood then, sirs. No meddling any further. I'll have me secretary close the files and archive them forthwith, sirs.
The Minister expresses his heartfelt thanks and sincerest regard for your professional understanding and wishes to invite you and your fellow agents to join him at the gala ball I'm holding at the embassy tonight.
I'm afraid I'm having my legs bovrilled, Ambassador. But perhaps I'll send Agent Strangetrousers in my stead.
Indeed, yes. We must sadly now leave. The day has already provided many challenges, and I have a surprise ball to finalize.
Well, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Tovarich?
It is pronounced Tovarish, Sir Royce. Thank you. I shall try not to.
So, we're off the case.
Every damn Russian's tracked are deep with Bolshevik intrigue, and I don't trust any of them. Wasn't it Stalin who said, if you prick us, do we not bleed?
I think that was Shakespeare, Agent Royce.
Shakespeare? So he's a traitorous pinko as well, eh? Never mind. Every Russian bleeds Soviet red, and I want you two to find out who's behind this particular plot.
Didn't Wobble's bulldog tell you specifically not to investigate this further?
I'm not. You two are. Miss Garterstrap!
Yes, Sir Royce.
Rustle up a requisitions chitty for these two, please, Gertie. Full access clearance.
Aye, Sir Royce.
And Gertie,
Yes?
I could do with a massage. I'm all tense after meeting that dirty red.
I'll change once your guests have left, Sir Royce. Come this way, loves. I'll prepare your forms.
I didn't know your name was Triumph. Kind of a strong name for a girl.
Like I said, I prefer Tilly. It's a family tradition anyway. Why'd you bring it up?
Well, I think it's only right and proper for a couple to get to know each other.
A couple? Look, we need...
Your requisition forms are ready. Please report directly to the lab and armoury. I must now change into my leather apron and get the black pudding from the pantry before I administer Agent Royce's massage.
Oh, my.
Well, you check out what the lab has to say about those plasticized bodies. I'll follow up on Plastikov's offer of that ball. There's sure to be a mine of information there.
She's a damn strange one, Miss Garterstrap. I can never quite pin her down.
I've got some hardware for that if you want to borrow something.
Thank you, Miss Garterstrap, but no.
May I suggest you go to the laboratory now? I must undress and I do not want you to be injured.
Injured?
Well, my bosoms are Class B recognised weapons under the new Treaty of Versailles.
Good Lord, I'll take the hint. Have a good day, Miss Garterstrap.
I'm sure someone will.
During that dreadful meeting and my narrowly avoiding my eyes being taken out from Miss Garterstrap's weaponized particulars, I made my way down to the lab, seeking answers for the plastination of old Hillman. What I didn't know at the time was that Professor Lessamas was seeking to answer the very question himself.
Dame Parabola, please listen. The speed of plastination is multiplied by the presence of other petrochemicals.
Indeed, but I have discovered that the effects are ceased entirely when subjugated to distilled ethanol.
Only because you spilled your single malt on a cadaver.
Science has made many great discoveries as a result of fortuitous happenstance.
Indeed, but my point is, imagine if plastination occurred in a highly populated city with little or no standards of cleanliness. The infection would spread like wildfire.
Not like a country that was poor, worked its population half to death, with major crowded cities that relied on petrochemicals or even oil-related machinery and factories.
Exactly.
But I can't think for the life of me of a single place that might apply to. Maybe Norwich.
Dame Parabola.
I'd rather like to speak with you two.
Dame Parabola, I must attend to that suddenly urgent avoidance tactic I've been working on.
You will stay just where you are standing, Hubert. What can we do for you, Agent Shirts?
Hillman Cufflinks is dead, and I'm here to discover how and why.
Yes, that.
Yes, that. You told me he would make a full recovery. You said you had a good lead on an antidote. You lied.
There's a lot of that going around.
You are a spy, aren't you? Anyway, we did have a lead.
So what happened to it?
She went to lunch.
Can you also explain how his plasticized body had made its way to a secret Russian dockside lair?
While we were adjourned for our midday repast, a delivery came. Klein Darman had only turned her back for mere moments, but sadly, Agent Cufflink's body had disappeared, along with the delivery people.
What did they look like?
The usual grey overcoats, black furry hats, and a red sickle and star delivery insignia. And one of them smelled of halibut.
Blast! They were Russian agents! Here I am, smeared with butter and suffering one hell of a headache from that turbo whiskey you gave me. Please, at least tell me that they helped ward away any effects of the pomade.
Yes, about that.
It would appear that the only benefit was to make you smell like a drunken Scot. We have, in the meantime, reviewed your report to Agent Royce. Your description of the movement of the plasticized bodies led us to explore a theory.
Indeed, and I have the results, Temporabler.
We extracted some samples of the pomade and applied it to some mice.
Mice?
Apparently, Kleindaumen's speciality back in Berlin involved rodents, and she had some left over.
Indeed. Here are 3 mice who have been treated with the formula. You described the sound of the industrial mixture during your battle with the plastic bodies, so we tried the effects of sound upon the mice after plastination. Watch!
Are they...
Marching, Agent Shirts. Like an army. We were just discussing the horrific use this could be put to. Imagine, if you can, whole cities plastinated. Then, with a loud enough portable music system, one could march the occupants as a private army. You saw how difficult only a handful could be. Imagine thousands of these bodies used in such a way.
We must stop this!
Indeed, you must. We are only scientists, not active field agents. However, we have completed a foolproof antidote.
Oh, really? Chicken stock in the breeches, is it? Onions in my socks?
Nothing so crass, Agent Shirts. It is a simple pill. However, it must be taken only at the point of contact and not before. The chemistry is very strong and may cause unknown side effects on a non-contaminated body.
A last-ditch cure, then?
Something like that. But be very careful with naked flames. Petrochemicals are horrifically flammable. Who knows what could happen if you smoked around them?
Would you care for a cigarette, Dame Parabola?
So I left the boffins to their scientific endeavours. I arrived in full black and white tie, tricorn top hat and zebra-patterned tails. The tall townhouse loomed above me. The evening fog of London barely concealed the grey brick and brass, artillery shell-topped railings. The downstairs stained glass windows were ablaze with red sickles, illuminating the glorious rows of valet-parked tractors. And strains of Stravinsky seeped out into the growing pea souper. There was nothing to indicate I was walking into a Soviet stronghold.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, I'm here for the ball. I believe my name is on the list.
If you are the magician, you are both late and in the wrong place. The entertainment enters by the service entrance.
I'm not a magician. But wait, what's this behind your ear?
It would appear to be the invitation you were clearly holding from the first moment I saw you, sir.
Oh. Well, I'm here on behalf of His Majesty's Secret Service. I'm not supposed to have said that, have I? Can you forget I ever did?
Of course, sir. I'm the soul of discretion. Follow me to the ballroom. May I take your coat?
Yes, thank you. Oh, what magnificent architecture the ambassador has had installed. Such high-quality marble.
It's not marble, sir. The ambassador is a forward thinker for his time and prefers the use of new cellulose plastics. They are apparently highly lightweight and strong. May I take your hat, sir?
Oh, yes. Plastic, you say? There's so much of it. And so the stairs?
Hardened cellophane, sir. Your scarf, sir?
Of course. You do keep the place nice and warm.
It allows the acrylics to breathe, sir. Please submit your forearm if you'd be so kind. This is a diplomatic building and thus stands as Russian soil.
Oh, I guess I must. Here you go. These marvellous floors?
Oak coated with vinyl, sir. Your shirt. Your trousers, sir.
A little extreme with the dress code, aren't we?
The ambassador has insisted on Art Nouveau wear for the occasion, sir.
Indeed. Well, when in Moscow, eh?
When in Moscow, what, sir?
I was paraphrasing the phrase, when in Rome.
I'm sorry, sir, but I've never been to either city. I'm from Vladivostok, some several thousand miles from either, as you can tell from my flawless Russian accent.
Your English is very good.
Thank you, sir. One does try one's best.
Oh, please hang the trousers carefully. They're new today. First day on the job, you know.
Indeed, sir. It hardly shows. Take this, all the guests are wearing them.
Oh, yes. I see the Art Nouveau reference now. It looks like a see-through Macintosh. Entirely encases the body. What's this contraption here for?
It's called a zipper, sir. The idea has been around for a while, but I understand the device was perfected by a Swiss gentleman recently.
Ooh, how novel. It's like a giant bag when you pull it round. Can't think for one moment why you'd need a bag around our body.
No, sir.
These are plastic statues. They're dreadfully lifelike, aren't they?
Are they, sir? I'm not sure I care to take too much notice. However, I believe they are a new addition. The ambassador is currently entertaining a select group in the smoking lounge. If you would like to follow me to the ballroom.
Why the smoking lounge?
Because it's on fire, sir.
Wait, can I not see the ambassador first, please? Time is of the essence. Is there some problem?
Of course not, sir. A self-confessed secret agent who has relieved himself of his firearm, coming to see a high-ranking and powerful Russian figure on his own ground? I can see no reason for this to facilitate any concern, sir. The ambassador would be happy to see you very soon, but he is currently conducting important business. Please make good use of the bar.
Well, if you insist. The dance floor heaved with the twirling bodies of the nobility of London. Ambassadors, businessmen, politicians, barely able to move for the plague of gaudy chocolate truffle sellers, accosting them at every opportunity. Excuse me, yes, pardon me. Sorry, no, you're not spoiling me. No, thank you very much. Yes, oh, superb ball gown, madam. Thank you very much. Yes, sorry, no truffles, thank you. Ah, yes, sir. Ah, the bar.
Good Lord, you look like you're in a frightful hurry.
I'm looking for someone. It's very important.
Everyone here's important. We've all been invited tonight to hear a very exciting speech by Ambassador Plastikov. Some kind of venture he's engaged in.
Venture?
Yes, something to do with his new line of toilette products. Would you like a drink, Elvin? You look terribly harassed. If my wife were here, she'd probably say something calming and meaningful, but she's had to pop off to powder her nose. And I think you know what I mean.
Toilette products?
What's that?
Toilette products, like, toothpaste. Face creams and...
hair pomade, yes, that sort of stuff. My wife had a similar reaction to you when she found out all these important people were here. Came across dreadfully queer and had to dash off. Shame, really, she's missed all the free samples.
I must find Plastikov. I think I see what's going on. Hang on. Free samples of what?
Plastikov's patent hair pomade. Damn good stuff, you know. Made my side parting crisp and swish. Even comes in a new Wobbles scent. I bet old Bulldog loved that touch.
Wobbles Bulldog? Is he here?
Oh, no, he's running late. I heard the staff getting a right blasting.
Oh, no.
What? Look. Oh, my lips. I can't feel my lips.
They've all been poisoned. Everyone's seizing up.
What?
Everyone. It's the hair pomade.
Whoa.
It's the pomade.
Help.
It's Plastikov. He's behind it all.
Help.
Here. Take this. Trust me. Swallow this.
But I only just met you. Reminds me of Freshers Week.
It's imperative. Good man.
Oh, thank you, whoever you are. I felt ever so... Oh, my God. What's happened to everyone? They're all stiff and such like.
Don't move. They've all been plasticized by the hair pomade. I have the antidote with me, which thankfully works better than the last one. You'll need to crack these pills into everyone's mouths. Do it quick before the process is complete. I'll need to keep one for myself.
Righto, whatever you say. Who the devil are you?
Agent Shirts, MI 9 9/10. It's actually Agent Shirts of MI 4 9/10. What's your name?
Austin. I'll do what you say, but please find my wife and get her out of this place. Please. She's wearing a rather nice Louis d'Amour number.
No problem, Austin. I'll do my best. Work fast and get everyone out.
The smoking lounge is through there. I'll crack on. This makes me feel terribly manly. Wait until I tell my wife. If you can find her.
I'll keep my eye out. Now, where's that butler?
Ah, Mr. Secret Agent, I'm here. Could you just remove your undergarments before I escort you further, please?
I assume this is some Cyrillic custom?
Of a kind? Thank you. Now, please look over here while I apply this pistol to the back of your head.
You blighter.
The ambassador will see you now.
How Plastikov had kept his getaway ship hidden from the expert prying eyes of His Majesty's Secret Service was a mystery. But the roaring diesel engines of the frigate Das Kapital shook me awake somewhere off of Gravesend.
Horatio! Horatio!
Well, my God, what happened?
You took a butler to the back of the head. Plastikov was furious. Apparently you spoiled his party while he was pumping me in the smoking room.
The devil! What depravities will he sink to next?
In the room next to the ballroom, Horatio. As soon as I realized what the free merchandise was, I left to find Plastikov and stop him myself. Why are you naked?
Why aren't you?
We did it for a bet, knowing you'd fall for it. But you, my dear...
Don't call me dear, we're not on those terms yet.
I was referring to your companion. But you, my dear, however did you secrete that weapon in such a revealing ball gown?
It wasn't easy, but for my country, I'll do anything.
Plastikov, you rogue! It was you all along, wasn't it? Cufflinks knew a half-witted fish saleswoman from Borough Market could never think up a plan as dastardly as this.
Oi!
Hush! You haven't entered the scene yet.
Oh, I wait outside this heavy iron door for my cue.
What good would killing some diplomats do anyway? Are you trying to take over the government?
It's worse, Tilly. Dame Parabola and the boffins at HQ think that by spreading the formula through a city and then using music, he could create an army, a plastic army of the dead that could take over a country. He'd be invincible. Britain, Europe, Russia, they'd all be his for the taking.
Co-raid! The ship has sight of the channel. The currents are strong. Very soon, I hope to see the smoking factories and collective farms of my dreams.
Yes, Tovarish, the motherland awaits. Come, Juliana, stand guard over our pair of agents. It is time in the narrative to fully divulge the true extent of my plans with no thought as to how our pair of heroes might use this information against me.
That would be mighty decent of you. Please continue.
Indeed. You will have already met Austin. He comes to all my fantastic balls.
I've seen some pretty large balls in my service, and I wasn't that impressed with the size of yours.
Impudent, capless dog! I've been holding my balls for decades.
Yes, and it shows.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I think we're getting off the point.
I think, Juliana, we shall kill them.
Who shall we kill first? Tovarish.
Juliana, how do you call a man in England who is served an extra turnip alongside his borscht?
A bit on a side?
That's the kulak. Do you think you will miss your bit on the side, Mrs. Agent Triumph Strangetrousers?
That's a lovely dress, Tilly. Louis d'Amour, if I'm right.
Oh, yes, it's... Oh, I take it you've met my husband, then.
Yes. I think I rather saved his bacon back at the embassy. Appeared very concerned about you. Seemed a good chap.
He is, yes. Plastikov, why are you doing this? For a medal? For glory? What has Lenin promised you? Military intelligence could use your formula for good. Please, see reason.
Enough! Lenin is a frail little man whose hair is too weak. With a follicular desert such as his, he has no concept of the uses of my petroleum arts. No, comrade, it is to the great Joseph Stalin, the man of iron, to whom I have pledged my allegiance. As children, we would play together on the floor of my father's hair oil factory, playing with the new plastic press. Such wonderful days. We made exploding vinyl greatcoats, acid-filled Bakelite hairbrushes, and my early formula for body armor Vaseline. Ah, glorious days they were for healthy experimentation with chemical weaponry. But then the revolution came. The plastic presses lay empty, a vacuum-formed grenade stood boxed and unexploded, and my Vaseline was shipped to America for dog grooming products. I swore I would revenge myself upon Lenin for ruining my father's factory and my dreams of a vinyl apocalypse. No, Lenin shall lie forever as a plastic corpse for the nation to mock, and then I will spread the formula at a reduced price, of course, for my hard-working brothers and sisters of the revolution, and create an army that will march across continents and ocean beds to bring glorious, non-biodegradable order to the world, and hear my name cried in fear from all nations. Repeater Plastikov!
You're mad!
I am not. I've been tested. And now you, Agent Shirts, will be first to suffer plastination as your partner watches. Comrade Juliana, please hoist the agent above one of the vets.
No, please, take me.
We're going to save you for last. You'd make an excellent coat holder for the ambassador's massive balls.
Look, we've done the balls joke already.
Silence! Ah, Shirts, such a trusting young man. Perhaps if we'd had more time, we could have worked together. Goodbye. I'm sure you will make a fine feature for my dining room.
Damn you, Plastikov. I've only got one pill left. Thank heavens for my standard issue secret agent false tooth compartment. I know the professor told me not to take them until I touch the pomade, but this is a last-ditch call. For once, Horatio, it's time to think of yourself.
Release the agent, Juliana.
Dark, comrade.
You fiend! I swear I'll make you pay!
Shall I take him out now, comrade? I reckon he'll be proper hard.
Sadly not of much use to you, though, Triumph? Juliana, remove the late agent and replace him with the soon-to-be other agent.
Yes, comrade.
I'll see you hang for this.
Oh, really? You and whose Red Army?
Just me, you gulag-infested red-bellied cockroach. Thanks to Dame Parabola's magic pills.
Bloody hell, it's a ghost.
Baba Yaga!
Horatio!
Come to Shirtsy, you evil commie fishwife.
Get your hands off me! No!
Juliana! You've turned my formula against her.
And there's plenty of room in that tub of fetid pomade for you too, Repeater Plastikov.
I don't know how you survived the pomade, but you won't survive this!
Horatio, watch out! He's behind the vat!
Stay down! I won't have you harmed.
Horatio, I'm sorry. I meant to tell you I was...
Married?
Yes, that's right.
Where are you, you little colot?
After only a day in the business, Tilly, I'm beginning to see the world differently.
I'm sorry, Horatio. I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
I'm not sure it's all that bad, though.
Are you sure this is the right time for this?
How else will I tragically build up the emotional cliffhanger and, of course, give the insane villain a chance to avenge his ruined works?
Yes, yes. I'll lie here next to my glorious formula. The Russian bear will have his prey.
Despite the lies,
And the horrific deaths.
the corrupt politicians,
And the terrible double lives we lead.
it's been the best day of my life.
You mean the world to me, Horatio.
Do you know what else I learned today, too?
What?
I have you now, you dirty English kulak. Goodbye.
That this pomade is horribly flammable, and a gunshot at that distance will set it off. Duck!
You've ruined it all, you dirty capitalist pig!
It's no use, Plastikov. You're covered in your own pomade. Your ship's on fire with a massive hole blown in it. It's over. Stop struggling.
Horatio, watch out! You're too close to the edge!
If I'm to die, Agent Shirts, then I'll take you with me, and your last sight as you drown will be your girlfriend.
Horatio! Horatio! Oh, now what? There's no way out!
Hello, sailor! Take your cog-loving Bolshevik pig. Ha! Let them be a lesson to you from Royce Weird Long Johns. Shirts, Tilly, where are ya? Royce is here to save the day. Huzzah!
Royce! You've come, but just too late.
Not something I hear often.
It's Plastikov. Horatio stopped him, but they've gone into the Thames.
Into the drink, eh? What a hero! Come on, Tilly, before this tub blows like a flatulent beluga whale in the Volga after a bad stroganoff. And we never saw him again.
The devil are you talking about, man? I'm right here.
Of course, as you realise, Tilly found Shirts bobbing against a groin in Southend. Sick as a dog, but right enough. Turned out to be the start of a beautiful partnership.
I think we're getting overexcited again, Sir Royce.
Miss Pencilskirt, when did you get in here?
Yeah, she came through the door.
She did?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Just popped straight in.
Oh, well, fine. What wonderful character exposition. However, I've just found out my mother and this mustard-fueled, pocket-dipping, womanizing has-been,
Let's stop fiddling with that tin. It's the last tin of that pomade in existence.
What?
So, what happened to Plastikov's body?
Oh, he was dredged up and stored in the Tate as an expressionist sculpture.
Look, at the risk of stating the obvious, the fact remains that history tells us that Lenin died of a stroke and was embalmed in a tomb in Red Square. Observation and conjecture would surmise that he was in fact plasticized, and thus the plan worked after all, and Stalin got his way.
There! Hero my foot! Like a broken record on a gramophone of fabrication, Shirts' tall tales and conniving ways have been broken down, and through the nets of deceit the hook of truth shall ever find the salmon of doubt, and pull it free for the fisherman to hold aloft as a paragon of fact. And I think you know
Look,
what I...
just shut up, Strangetrousers.
Oh, Bentley. Poor boy. Come to me. Perhaps I can think of a way to cheer you up.
Miss Pencilskirt, please. It's already crowded in here as it is without you drooping yourself off of Strangetrousers like that.
Nevertheless, the facts do suggest that Lenin was plasticized in the end. So, if not Plastikov, then the formula must have gotten to Stalin. Who else would have carried out the deed?
Yes, Shirts. Damn decent of old Stalin to off that bald bugger, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, Sir Royce. Decent of the chap to finish the job, wasn't it? Oddloons, could you just grab that tin for me, please?
Oh, certainly, yes.
Marvellous. Now, I have things to procure, pockets to explore, and bushy Soviet moustaches. To Greece. Ta-ta.
The Kremlin Candidate was written by Richard Potter, based on characters created by Darren Gooding and Damien Bell, and featured the vocal talents of Darren Gooding, Damien Bell, Richard Potter, Jerry McKee, Sarah Ellen Young, Sarah Jane Derrick, Mary Boland, Anthony Roberts, and Chocolate Dave Hughes. Music and recording by Darren Tansley, script editing by Damien Bell and Darren Gooding. This was an I Hear Voices Theatre Company production.